Welcome to Who's the Daddy podcast, where nothing's off the table.
When listening, please do remember that we are likely to highly offend, but we are also firm believers of no means no. And as always, please read the trigger warnings.
Welcome to us.
This is our first podcast.
First podcast.
We have no idea what we're doing.
No,
no
so if it's
no idea whatsoever.
shit, then
If it's shit, we're really sorry.
And we do swear, so probably should put that out there.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, safe words. We need to pick a safe word. We've got to have a safe word because we deep dive way too much.
We need a safe word to make sure that none of us go too far.
That our husbands will kill us.
But just, yeah.
That I'm more than likely to shout out because you two are going to go over the top, aren't you?
Yeah, so you
Especially
can be our safe word manager. But yeah, best safe words. So I feel like the generic safe words are really boring.
What, like red?
Red.
Amber,
Stop.
and green.
Stop.
Yeah.
Can't have stop. I say stop when I didn't really
What book
mean
did we
stop. So
What was it? Mercy or stop? It was stop, wasn't it?
yeah,
It was
but
literally what
I feel like stop is such a shit word.
That's because you might say stop. But
Yeah, but you don't really mean stop.
just stop what you're doing, do something else.
Yeah, like stop that. It's uncomfortable. I don't want that
But
no
don't
more.
stop completely.
Yeah. Do you know, I watched a TikTok the other day and she said, she was explaining to him, like, she said, when I say keep going, she said, why do you speed up? And he was like, well, because you said keep going. So I just kept building the momentum. And she's like, yeah, but do you not think keep going means
Carry on what you're doing.
like keep this? What's
Yeah.
going right now? Keep that. She said, because then you change, you get
Okay.
like, yeah, it's all gone. We're excited because you've not kept what you said you're going to keep.
Yeah, and then it changes
Like,
it, and then it
yeah,
goes.
and it's gone.
It's gone.
Out the door. What's your Uncle Funny Dance? See ya.
Oh, okay, we'll start again now, shall we?
Okay, let's go back. Could you imagine going, no, rewind. Calm down. Oh, God, hilarious. Favourite, I think we all know our favourite safe word, our favouriteest.
Mine is 100% spreadsheet.
It's got to be spreadsheet. Is yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the best. I think because it was so Zach.
Yeah, and it definitely, like, it's like his personality to
Yeah.
a T. Like, he is. If no one knows what we're talking about, we are talking about, what book is it? Which one was it?
Undulate.
Undulate. I've got it wrote down right in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm just ignoring the fact.
Is it the Alchemy?
So the Alchemy series
By, I don't know.
by she goes under two different pen names. So
Elodie
she's
Hart.
Sarah, yeah, so
Sarah-
Elodie Hart and Sarah Madison, I think it is.
Yeah.
Madison. Very good. Sarah Madison is slightly more PG. It's not though. It's just a different sort of era of books. I think, like
Yeah.
genre-ish.
Yeah. So she's different.
And then
different
Elodie
audience.
Hart is a little bit more slapping.
That's the Alchemy series, Elodie Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Undulate is Zach and Maddie.
Yeah.
isn't
So
it?
Undulate is
And he is
and I
just-
think Undulate is my favourite book out of that series. as
Yeah,
well.
definitely.
Full daddy vibes.
Zach is
Full
nerdy dad.
No, dude, and the story in that one, I feel like I'm addicted to that story. It made me like hot
cry.
under the colour. It made me cry.
Yeah.
It made like I listened to that as well.
Yes.
So I didn't read it. I
Oh,
listened
with
to
the
it.
girl.
That's why
on-
you cried so much.
I cried, yeah, because there was like
You
little
felt it.
bits in it, and I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was sad.
But
about
there
that
was
novel.
also the bit where he's talking, and in the book, if you was to read it, it doesn't sound like in what. Can you remember I was on the dog walk and I had to video? I think I videoed myself because I was like, oh my god. I think I took a picture of my red beetroot face listening to it because I think he was doing. They were video calling one another.
Yes.
And he was explaining, he was saying stuff and stroking. So every time he'd say something, and he'd go, stroke. Like, I was like, oh my lord. Like, it was very intense.
Was this one of the
Yeah.
first audibles that you
I
listened
think,
to?
I think it
Because
might have been my first ever one. I
maybe
think it
why you
might
went a
have
why
bit
it hooked her.
beetroot.
like, Jesus, it was, I couldn't,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
now you can walk around and there's just everything happening.
yeah,
and
now I
just...
can walk around and listen to someone
Clean
being,
the house.
God knows what happened to them. Yeah, I'll just go round hoofering while I was listening. So yeah, he's like nerdy dad. He's like the alchemy series are based on a sex club, and he is the guy that does all like the
He's the numbers
paperwork,
guy
isn't
in
he?
that,
He's
isn't
the
he?
numbers
Yeah.
guy, so he does all
The
like
spreadsheets.
the spreadsheets. Hence, spreadsheet being
Because
her.
Maddie says it real funnily, doesn't she? She's like, "Oh, what do
She's
you want
so
your safe word to
funny.
be?" And she's like, "Spreadsheet," and he thinks it's hilarious. But
Yeah.
he goes with it. I love
Too
that.
funny. Yeah, it is good.
Yeah.
Favourite. Then we've got, what other ones have we got?
So I looked at Den of Vipers, and bubbles she uses with other people. So she doesn't use it with the guys.
Was it before the guys come along?
I think it's when she gets taken, perhaps.
Oh, God.
So basically,
Spoiler alert.
so it says that she says it to Boldy. I think because she's funny, isn't she?
Oh,
Boxy?
okay.
So she has
She's
given
just got
nicknames
that.
to the captors. So
Right.
she says, "Just so you know, boys, my
safe
safe
word
word
is
is bubbles." But it's not actually used in that sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why I think we forgot it. Because
I had to go back and have a look. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't really know
I was
that
confused. What's your friends?
one. Sovereigns, she is crimson.
Crimson.
So
Yeah.
it's not red, but it's the colour of red.
Yeah.
And
See, I
why
actually like.
couldn't it be? There was
There was a reason.
a reason it was crimson and not red. Does he call her red? No, he calls her Redbird. That's why it couldn't be red. So his nickname for her is Redbird. So he's like, it can't be red because of that. So it has to be. So she picked crimson.
Yeah.
So that was like, yeah.
But I mean, I like, you see, it's funny because I quite like red, amber, green because they say it, don't they? If like you're a hard limit, it's red, amber, it's like I'm getting there. And then green
Yeah,
is
I think
okay,
for
but-
limit control, I think the traffic light system's always a good. It's just easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone knows where they're at. Traffic lights all day long. But, like, as a couple, to have a safe
It's
word
cute.
between a couple.
Like
yeah.
a proper word.
proper
like
word.
spreadsheet, no one would understand it unless they were you.
I do feel like, though, you have to be in a safe place to be able to. You have to have another version of a safe word. If you cannot talk,
You tap out.
you got to do. You have
And
to
you're-
have something else.
We've
Like, we
read
have
a
to
lot of
have-
books
yeah.
where there's no way you can use
You
a
really,
safe word.
sometimes you might be in a situation you cannot use your words. You have to be able to.
Yeah,
You
but
need
there's
to-
lots
yeah,
of
you
books
need
that
some
we've
sort
read
of-
that there is none of that.
Yeah, because they're all morally wrong. Their day-to-day life, you've got
Yes.
to be able to.
There's,
And I
yeah.
would say, like,
So you don't drink
make
out.
sure you're in reach of being able to.
Yeah, like tap a leg.
signal
I think
to them. Sovereign is tap a leg.
Yeah.
He was like, if you can't say it,
You have
tap
to tap
my leg.
Yeah.
But if
I think
you-
Emerson says that as well. If
Yeah.
you can't say mercy, he says tap my leg or something like that.
But the
I
thing
swear
is,
there's
if
one of
you
them.
can't tap either, like,
Yeah, well, that's why we
you
read
just need to know your
a
limits.
lot of.
It's conversations you need to have beforehand. I know it may kill the mood slightly, but you
Or
still need to
you
either that
might
or
be
you,
dead.
yeah.
I thought I was going to die. I'm not going to lie. I see my life flash before my eyes. I was like, oh my
The
lord.
light was
Like,
falling
I was
to
like,
me.
no, I can't go. Yeah.
Hence the tap out.
Hence the tap out.
Yeah.
And then we've got other ones from other books, from Salacious Players Club, which is the Mercy one.
Yeah, but did the Eyes on Me one, the second one, have?
Yeah.
Did they have it?
Who is that? We need to refresh our memory. Who is Eyes on Me about?
That's
The-
watch through the
the
camera, stepbrother,
Step.
Oh, they were siblings.
Yeah.
step.
We have to put that in because
Step.
yeah, they're not actually related. I don't know.
Well, I
not
went
sure.
into the book
Yeah,
and
you
just put
didn't
in
find one,
safe
did
word
you?
and it didn't come up.
No.
So I don't know.
And I feel like you would say this is your safe word.
And I put
Yeah.
safe word without, because some authors put safe word one word and
Yeah.
some authors put it safe word two words.
2 words, yeah.
Yeah.
So I did search it, but the only one's the other one is obviously Mercy because Charlotte and
Yeah, I think that's the
Emerson. Charlotte is Emerson, isn't it?
yeah.
Charlotte
Yeah.
So
Emerson.
that's
Praise.
like that's the praise book. So Salacious Players Club is another sex club based book. Where the first
See the
book,
trend here? I
was
Yeah,
gonna say,
there is a
running
bit
theme.
of a trend just on the safe words. But I wonder if it is more like that sort of vibe. Like you're in a sex club, so you have to have safe words because you could be having
Yes.
sex with random people
Yeah.
in a controlled environment. But like you're having sex with these random people, so you need
You don't
I feel
have
like
that
you-
communication,
yeah.
do you, as much as you do with a
because you don't
partner?
know them.
And obviously, some books you read where it's just, you know, everyone falls in love. There's not really, the kink level isn't quite there.
Yeah.
The kinkier the book, the higher you need a safe word.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So I think there's lots of
yeah.
books I Googled and it was just like, no, there was no safe words. But they weren't needed. They're too cutesy, I think.
But then there's some books
need
that
a
I've
safe
read
word.
that they 100% need a safe word and they don't have one.
No, but
There's
that's
like, like that is, but she wants it.
Yes. Dubcon to its
Dubcon.
pure...
Dubious consent, that is.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
The trouble is, that's where it's like, you read completely morally grey stuff.
Oh yeah, that
and
is
then
like
you read like
complete
fluff.
end of the end of
the rainbow, quite literally.
100%. Stuff that in book life and in your reading era is
fine.
100% down for. I want a bit of that. I want to be chased through the woods. I want to be slammed up against a tree. Like I'm all
I need
down
a knife
for that.
in there somewhere.
Yeah, chuck a knife and a gun in. Real life? No. No, thanks.
Real life, I get scared about lampposts. So real life, I turn a corner and go, oh God, there's a lamppost.
Bit of context. Haley was walking home from work and
jumped out of my skin with a lamppost.
Jumped straight at a lamppost.
Which made me nearly die. But yet, funnily enough, I'm going, yes, totally. I need to be chased through the woods.
And then she sends us like another voice note that's like, oh my God, there's a removal van here. Was it a removal van?
Oh my God.
Van?
Oh my God. Can I say it out loud? Can
No,
I say it out loud? It said triple threat in it.
Maybe don't.
And I was like, all I saw was like, that would make amazing book. Triple threat, 3 people. That's all I saw it.
Yeah, 3 people in a van.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I was like, that screams book.
Yeah, 100%.
That screams book.
But realistically,
go and hide in
triple
the
threat
van.
guys get out of the van. I'd pick my pants and run to the van. I'm like, where'd go? Like, no.
Yeah.
But book life.
Book life
in
is
my
completely
brain,
different life.
It is totally
But that's
different.
why it's okay to read stuff that is so morally grey. It's
and very taboo.
sometimes. Yeah.
And enjoy it and talk about it. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I think you can talk about these things.
That's the point. So
But no one does talk about it because
No.
it's so taboo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taboo.
Yeah,
But that's you know, your imagination can run wild, but in reality we aren't doing that. So it's
Yeah.
yeah.
It is, I don't actually want to be hunted down with a knife in real life. No thanks.
No, because like I said, I always
I'd
get really
probably have a
angry.
heart attack.
Like no, with the knife scenario, I get really angry. I mean, it's just acting, you know, like with a knife as you do. You know what I mean? You know, when you're like, I don't know, cutting a sandwich or something, you're like, I'll get you. And I always say, don't do stupid things like that. You don't play with knives. It's like, what's wrong with you? Like, I think that's really annoying. But actually, you think to yourself, you know.
But knife playing in books completely.
Yeah, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm totally here for it. But apparently in real life, I actually am health and safety mad. So don't play with knives. That's stupid.
They are really dangerous.
Yeah.
So back to what our safe word.
We need a safe word.
We need a safe
for
word
when we get too much.
And I don't think we'd use this word. So I've got a word that I
Okay.
think it should be.
Okay.
Is this the word that you were keeping to yourself, but then you said...
as soon as I say it out loud, you're going to be like, yeah. But I don't think we'd use it that often in general conversation.
Totally going to use it.
We probably will. But I think if it's shouted loud enough, then
I think in the
stop.
context.
Yeah, in
probably.
context. My safe word idea. 100% sloshing.
I knew you were going to... I just had a feeling you were going to say that. And I thought, she can't say that because I say it.
But then we said that
Yeah,
ages ago.
I think it should be it. I do think. What other word have we got? Have you got any ideas?
I haven't got any... Well, no, I haven't. To be fair, my idea was mummy because I thought it's completely
No.
flipped to daddy.
No.
Mummy!
Oh my God,
Mummy, help me. Mummy. But it was like, because it was a flip to daddy. But...
I do, yeah.
But I mean, it's just... Yeah, but I feel like, will we really shout mummy?
No.
But we really shout
Mum.
sloshing as well.
Well, yeah.
Unless we shout daddy. Or who's the daddy?
That
just
should
What
be-
we just
yeah.
say, who's the daddy, who's the daddy, who's the... Like...
No, I think sloshing's so much fun.
I feel like, yeah.
I almost want to go back
through
through like voice notes because you two have come... Well, actually, we've all come up with something very bloody stupid at some point.
It's
And
got to be stupid. I don't know. I don't think it should be serious because we're only doing...
No, but then, like I said, sloshing is a funny word. We love the word sloshing.
what about eating cat?
Right. I don't think it should be eating that.
Cat.
So what happens is we voice note a lot. Between us three, we send probably 15 to 20 voice notes
Every
a day.
Between you two,
Yeah, you
Sarah
two
just
get
has to
on.
listen to them.
I'll send one like every now and then just to.
Sarah's not a massive voice note lover.
No,
Me
I'm
and
not
Hayley
a massive
love a
voice
note.
Yeah, but
person, to
we
be
give
fair.
every inner thought into a voice note.
Yeah, like literally,
I type.
have my soul in a voice note. But so I was trying to voice note with one of my children in the car, and you have to be
I don't remember what we were talking about.
Eating cat.
obviously eating cat.
See, this is why I pop up every now and then.
Yeah, maybe eating cat should be it, you know. Because we said, I was talking about, I can't remember, I think it was a book. I was talking about a book and he was going down on her. But he said, I think he was talking about her pussy. To be honest with you, that is what he was talking about. But when I'm sat with my daughter in the car, I cannot say the word pussy. So yeah, I said he was eating
Cat.
So of course I just wanted to just wind it up, and I was like, "Oh, eating cat." I was like,
Eating
"What
cat.
else would you call it?"
And I was like, oh no, I don't call
It good head.
eating, like going down on a female.
Yeah, well, you said going down at the end, but first you said, "I don't call eating cat head."
No. So I
like,
always
what would
think
you
giving
call
a
it?
blowjob is giving head. So that's like,
Yeah,
they've got
yeah.
a head to their penis, maybe. Is that a logistical thing? I don't know.
All your head's down there. I don't know. Why
They have an
I
eye.
don't know where it comes from.
And an eye.
They've got an eye. They're
Staring in the
cyclops.
eye.
They've got an eye.
Well, yes,
But-
they are the most ugly things, aren't they? But yeah, so I've always classed given head as
Head.
male
Yeah.
oral, whereas female, I've never said like to him, "Oh, can you give me head?" I don't know, just that's really weird. I feel like it's going down on a female.
Going down on you.
Yeah, that's where eating cat come from.
Yeah, because you could just
So
say eating
maybe-
pussy, but I suppose it just doesn't have the same sort of.
Yeah, when I said, no, I can't go into that, but like when like generally, yeah, when you have conversations
So
of.
if we use it in a safe word though, are we going to be talking like, "Are you eating cat right now?"
No. I don't think we should
No, it
use
needs-
that.
it needs to be
on a
something
podcast,
else.
I don't think that is the way to use
No.
it because no one can see what's going on. So if you say, "Are you eating cat right now?" that could be very presumptuous.
So what should we say? Hang on, we're sloshing about it.
Yeah, you
cat
can.
into slosh.
I feel like it probably works. to be
Yeah, I
fair.
feel like sloshing is good. Because sloshing comes we don't need to describe where sloshing comes from. I think it's very self-explanatory where sloshing comes from.
It's
But
just one of those words that was said, and it is just the best word.
yeah, it's better than like moist.
Why is that a word? Moist.
No, I would never use that word. It could be moist.
No.
No, it can't, because I don't even feel like I can say that. Sarah's like, no.
No.
You'd be
It's me.
waving
I
to
remember.
shut.
I'm probably the one that's going to be shouting it out.
Yeah, sloshing. I feel like sloshing would be good.
Yeah.
Sloshing?
Okay, sloshing is
Oh,
a
we
safe word.
agreed.
So if
Sloshing.
we use the word sloshing, it's because we've gone too far.
We just need to rein it
If
in.
I use the word sloshing, it's
If
because
Sarah
these
uses
two
it.
have gone too
Wait,
far.
give it like a week, and Sarah will be like, blah blah blah. And we're like, sloshing, Sarah, sloshing. She'll be like, no.
It's okay.
No, I
No,
just
it's
pop
not
up every
okay.
now and then with a sarcastic comment.
Yeah, so sloshing. I feel like sloshing it is.
So if we are in a podcast and we use the word sloshing, you know it's because we've probably gone too far. Unless in context we need it in for them. more.
Yeah. Because, everyone, we've all got some hard limits. And I might go a bit too far, something about what Sarah's told me or Hayley's told me, and then it's too far.
Yeah, because
Like, then that's your limits.
Yeah.
You can be like, well.
Yeah.
Because we all know deep stuff about each other. So,
But that's...
Which is fine.
Yeah.
On a personal level.
And I believe you should probably have those people because, like we say, things are taboo. People don't talk about it.
Oh
But if
my
you have
God.
your people to talk to...
Yeah, you need
it
a
is
person.
amazing.
You need people.
Yeah.
You need your people.
Person, you need to be able to... And I just think,
Vent.
like,
Talk.
everything.
Is this okay? Because
Also,
everyone knows
yeah.
shit. It's just...
And sex is sex. Like,
Yeah.
we all have it. Like, let's get
At the end of the day,
rid
we all
ourselves.
ended up here because our parents had sex. As much as we don't want to think about that, but
Yeah.
we're
yeah.
here because that happened.
literally...
Our children and other people's children are here because they've had sex.
Yeah. And we just enjoy the fucked up sex, which is fine.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, not all the time, but
And that's and
sometimes I just like a quick spoon, you know. Can't do.
I think it's so stupid because these books are everywhere. There are so many smut readers.
Oh my god!
And yet we're all like, no, I just what? It's the classic. What do you read?
Yeah. Yeah. When someone says to you, "Oh, so what books you reading then?" I'm like, but I am the first person. I go romance, but it's got to hit. And they look at me. I'm like, I've got to have a bit of substance to it. It's got to be a bit smutty in places. And most people are like, oh.
Do you think this is why a lot of people use Kindles then, so they don't actually have to see a cover of a book?
100%.
Yeah, loads of people. Can you remember?
So someone can actually see
Shades first come out.
And how
everyone was hiding the cover.
Yeah.
Everyone was
But now you've got your Kindle.
it.
You can literally sit there, read what the hell you want, and no one would bat an eyelid.
What is 50 Shades now?
Disney.
Fucking Disney.
Absolute Disney.
So I would say if you want to see
The Red
a different
Room.
side.
The Red Room is Disneyland.
Let's be fair, Diesel would
in the
smash
Princess.
through the Red Room.
Oh my god.
Oh, Diesel would obliterate
my
the Red Room.
That is his reception to his
His
main
room, his red room would be red for entirely different reasons.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh god, hilarious.
Love a bit of Diesel.
Yeah, he is my favourite. But that's what I mean. It is funny. But that's where we'll talk about, you know, in this podcast, talk about everything. All the fluff, all the romance.
Oh yeah, because
as
sometimes,
well as like some serious
I'm
stuff.
not going to lie, sometimes when I've just obviously listened to actually, that started the Lord series. So I've just started, I've done, what's the first one called again? Remind me.
Ritual.
The Ritual. And in between, so I'll listen and read my Kindle at the same time, not right at the same time, but in, you know, sequence with one another. I do need, once you've read something harder and a little bit more fucked up, sometimes
You definitely need a little bit of fluff.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of...
Just to bring
And
you
for
out
someone
of
that loves dark
Yes.
romance, even I need a bit of fluff every now and then.
To be fair, if we were... Sarah is our dark romance girlie. She is the one... To be fair, you love horror.
Yeah.
I don't like horror. I can't watch horror films. They're not for me.
No.
This is why it's
I'll piss myself.
great.
I probably would piss
It's like
myself
horror
if I
and
was her.
sex in the book.
Yeah, like
amazing.
that's for you. That is tick boxes all day long. But I made them all stop reading what they were reading ages ago, and made them read Say You Swear. And you probably would say it's up there.
I
With one
cried
of
like
your
a fucking baby.
Yeah.
But you
Which
would
is the
probably
hard
say
part.
it's up there with one of your
Oh,
favourites
100%.
now,
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
100%.
And that is not. It's not taboo,
No.
and it's. Is it?
It's very. It
it's
hits
not
the
taboo.
scene. The smut scenes are intense.
The smut scenes hit.
Yeah.
Like they're good.
But there's an actual story
But the
behind it.
story
The story is beautiful.
Oh, it's the most amazing story in the world. So yeah, quick plug, if you have not read Say You Swear,
Read it.
read it. It is so good.
Yeah.
And the second book is obviously
Is out.
It's out.
Is
It
well,
will be
out,
by
yeah.
the time we have
And-
uploaded this, it'll be out.
Hopefully, we would have all read it together.
We are. That
We
is
are
the plan.
plan
We are
to
gonna
read it all together.
We do tend to read a lot of our books around similar times,
Yeah.
don't we? Because one of us recommends, or we've got things that we're reading second, third of a series. So we both tend to read. I feel like more lately we've just gone off on a bit of a
We're all world tangent. Yeah.
but we all
But we've
come
got
round
such a
to
big
it, though.
like TBR list
Oh my
that
God, yeah.
we're literally just like throwing
But we
bits here,
all
there, and
come-
everywhere. So
we
we
all
just
come back round to reading the same books. Like these two fucking idiots have still not read Five Brothers by Penelope Douglas. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them
Because my TBR is as long as my arm.
No, you
right now.
cannot.
I've got
Penny
all
D
series.
brings out a book, you fucking read it. I'm not lying. Like, guys, if you've not read Credence, sort your life out. But yeah, like, yeah, we are. But you will read it. Like, we'll come round. But,
Yeah. But I've just got
yeah,
a
but then
lot.
that's how we felt about you reading the Lord series. Why
Yeah,
is it
I know.
taking you this
Because
fucking
I
long
was
to
scared
read?
it was going to
Because
be
we
like.
didn't go
Yeah, but
in
then
and
you read
say,
Haunted
"Look at that."
Adeline.
Yeah, well.
So you
I
just
listened
went
to
completely
it,
off
that's
fucking circuit because
Yeah,
that's
but then that I think it was because you didn't give me the download. Sometimes you don't always give me the best download.
And you are
I'm the
not
worst
a
for
god
that.
vibe.
No, I'm not a god
You
vibe.
hate the
so
god
when,
vibe.
when people are like, I don't like
The
I
Lord
have-
thinks they're gods, don't they?
yeah, and when
Yeah.
you bring in like God
it's just
thing,
power,
like,
isn't it?
like priest, I have read priest.
I've not read
Bish-
Priest.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Oh.
it is.
Yeah, but because you said it was good, like you
It's
were a
not-
bit like
it's
yeah,
very-
and then
it's
you were a
very
bit like
good,
oh,
like-
it's like I can't be
It's
doing
not
that.
shit. It
Not
is
shit,
good.
but like, do you know what I mean? You
But
just
it's
like
There are lots of
It
other
is
books I
good,
would recommend.
but like I'm not one
Yeah, it
for
wasn't
a
your-
priest kink.
Yeah.
I've not got a church kink. I'm not down for it. And rubbing holy oil up her asshole is not down for me. Like, I don't care. Like, so I'm not like
Spoiler.
Yeah, sorry. Spoiler alert. Sorry. But yeah, I'm not like I don't need.
No,
I
so
don't-
when we've said
Whereas I would imagine if you are actually religious and you read that,
that
shit,
is taboo as hell.
that is taboo as fuck.
I mean, like what, you know, when we read stuff, you know, like you say, the Stepbrother, you know, the whole
Yeah.
Credence, I mean, is the most taboo book I've ever read. But
Everyone loves it.
yeah,
everyone loves
because
it.
it is taboo. At the end of the day, let's be fair,
Oh, I
50
do know.
Shades was taboo when it came out.
That QB Tyler book though, that I think that was
Yeah.
one of the first books.
Yeah, you read that
read.
quite early on.
Like
in our
so
reading
early
life.
on, considering, and I can remember going to work and telling everyone, they were like, "Sorry, what?" And I was like, "It's really good. It's really good." But just what is that? Love Unexpected. That's called.
I
And
thought I've
that-
read that.
Yeah,
It's on my Kindle,
must-
and I've got to the end, so I must
Yeah.
have read it.
and that is basically just an outlay of the story. Is mum, stepdad, daughter. Mum passes away. Daughter and stepdad all of a sudden start fucking. There we are. End of the story
Literally.
done. But there's obviously a lot more to that. But Jesus,
The taboo-ness is big.
the tabooness is fucking.
But that's why, so if you were religious, a priest
Yeah, a
would be
priest.
like,
another level.
yeah.
Another fucking.
But to us, I suppose it doesn't. It
yeah,
just
'cause
adds.
it
I
doesn't
almost
have
wanna know
that
if any-
thing.
Oh my God, tell us.
Could you imagine if they
Yeah.
if they did read like this sort of stuff? But
Yeah. I want an anonymous listener to come up, like to write in and be like, yeah, I am
We've
as
got an
holy
email.
as holy come. We have got an email. We'll have to drop that in, shall we? What is our email?
I don't know.
I do know our email.
I can put it on the podcast thing.
We will put it on, but our email is
And obviously, you've got TikTok.
we'll be on TikTok, so you can find us on TikTok. Quick plug. You can find us on TikTok. That is the only social we're on at the moment.
So what is it?
We
At
might
Who's the Daddy
TikTok.
Podcast?
We are Who's the Daddy Podcast.
So you can message us on TikTok
So you can message
and tell
us.
us how taboo
Anonymously-
is a priest book
Oh my
to a
God,
religious
yeah.
person.
Please,
Like-
I'd be so intrigued.
Yeah.
And our
Absorb that.
email is Who's the Daddy Podcast at Outlook. Start again, Sean. Who's the Daddy Podcast at Outlook.com.
Yeah.
Go for it. Email us. We want to hear the tabooest of fucks.
We are here
I
for the most
want to
taboo
hear
shit
it.
you could ever put
I
out.
am here for it.
Thank you for listening to our first podcast. To find out more, please follow us on TikTok at Who's the Daddy Podcast and look out for more episodes soon.